Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today what we got for you are the top 5 saddest moments in Grand Theft Auto. Okay, sorry, cringeworthy, I know, forgive me. Alright, so first off, if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That's always greatly appreciated. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If we could break 2,000 likes, that would be awesome. If you don't give it a thumbs up, then you're going to be sad for the rest of your life. So there are tons of tear-jerking moments in the Grand Theft Auto series, whether it be the storyline, random things happening around the map, who knows? You guys have so many interpretations of the game that you might find something sad that I might find funny. I know I'm twisted and morbid, okay? But there are tons of sad things going on in the GTA series. Today, I've compiled my top 5 list. Be sure to let me know what yours is down below in the comments. I read through every single one of those. And with that said, let's go ahead and get started with the saddest moments in GTA. Number 5, having to kill Big Smoke in GTA San Andreas. So, pre-GTA 4 and pre-GTA 5, GTA San Andreas was easily the best and most fun GTA of all time. There was so much to do, so many customization options that you could do with CJ. My character, or my version of CJ, was always super ripped and buff. He always had a clean haircut, and he wore very nice outfits. He had a very nice sense of style, or maybe I thought that I had a good sense of style. Anyways, my version of CJ was way different than all my friends' versions of CJ, and that's what was cool about GTA San Andreas. It was really your game. And aside from all that fun stuff to do in San Andreas, the game also had some crazy twists. One of those is Big Smoke, where you have to kill him, your lifelong friend. So I know that by the time you kill Big Smoke, he was a bad dude. He sold us out. He started working for the rival gangs. He's the reason that our mom was killed, and his motives are made quite clear. But regardless of that, Big Smoke was our boy, and he had been since day one, up until the point where he sold us out. And you don't have to know the thug life to understand that being forced into a situation where you have to kill one of your friends, regardless of them turning their back on you or not, you think of all of your past history before this happened, and it's not an easy place to be. And even though you know Big Smoke is just a character in a video game, he's not a real person, there's oddly something tragic about the moment that you have to kill him in the final mission in GTA San Andreas. And I don't think it was so much killing him as it was the conversation that you two have before Big Smoke dies. It literally feels like everything that had led up to that moment hadn't happened, and it was genuine, it was true, it was honest, and we were just literally looking in on these two people who were friends for such a long time, grew up together, and then they grew to hate each other because of different motives, and now they're saying their final words to each other. Number 4, having to kill Trevor in GTA 5. So thankfully this is just an option, and on the surface, Trevor seems like this crazy, insane, psychotic guy, and well, that's true. But also, Trevor, in my opinion, is one of the most caring characters, not only in GTA 5, but in the GTA series. Look at what happened with Michael. Michael set him up, Michael faked his death, and Trevor was so distraught and sad throughout all these years, he got a tribute tattoo on his arm that says, R.I.P. Michael. This was for his best friend. All these years later, Trevor cared about his best friend Michael. He missed his friend, and when he found out he was alive and Michael faked his death, of course, Trevor was mad. So Trevor really does care about the people that he considers very good friends. Now, if you're just walking down the road and you give Trevor a dirty look, he's probably going to kill you, and he's probably going to eat your family. But if you're a close friend of Trevor's, well, he's going to take good care of you, and he is going to care about you more than anything else in the world. Well, in GTA 5, we've got 3 options at the end of the game. If we choose option A, it opens up the mission called Something Sensible, I believe. And this mission is where Franklin meets Trevor at the oil field, And Trevor just goes on talking about how Michael had been backstabbing towards him throughout all these years for faking his death and just turning his back on Trevor on so many different occasions, and how Franklin is a good friend of Trevor's and how he considers him a good friend. Only to see Franklin turn around and pull a gun out saying that Trevor is the crazy one, not Michael and not Franklin, and that he's going to get all three of them killed. And baffled, Trevor remarks on how he has done nothing but be truthful to Franklin, which is true. Trevor has been nothing but a caring guy and someone who's looked out for Franklin since he met him, which Franklin accepts, and then he still doesn't put down the gun, and it leads into a chase. This chase ensues. Michael ends up T-boning Trevor. Trevor gets out of his vehicle, and he is set ablaze. He's literally set on fire, and it's so sad hearing Trevor's screams as he's being burnt alive, because Trevor, even though he is this crazy cat, this crazy character, he is betrayed by literally everybody. He has nobody, and it leads to his unfortunate death. Number 3, the death of Roman Bellic in GTA 4. So I'm sure you guys expected this one, and I couldn't not put it in this video. It's obvious, it's apparent, but in GTA 4, Nico's cousin Roman, the annoying one who's always asking us to go bowling, he dies. And he dies in the deal ending. If we take the deal ending, Dimitri betrays us, and he sends an assassin at Roman's wedding to kill Nico, but instead, Roman ends up getting shot in the chest and dies while Nico is fighting this assassin. His gun goes off, it shoots Roman, and it kills him. It's very unfortunate, it's very sad, and unfortunately, it can't be avoided. The endings to GTA 4 are so great, yet so horrible, because they end in a very tragic and unfortunate way. There's no happy ending to GTA 4. And to really make matters worse and make things even more sad, not only are we not going to get calls from Roman asking us to go bowling anymore, like I miss those after Roman dies. I'm like, you know what? I shouldn't have taken those for granted. I miss this annoying cousin of mine. But also, Mallory, Roman's fiance, texts us, and she calls us, and she reveals that she was actually pregnant with Roman's son. Roman was going to be a dad, and unfortunately, his son is now going to grow up without a father. Number 2. This one's going to pull at your heartstrings a little bit. I've made a dedicated video talking about this before, way back at the end of 2016. This one is called Greyfriars Bobby. Greyfriars Bobby was a Skye Terrier who became known in the 19th century Edinburgh, Scotland, for spending 14 years of his life guarding the grave of his owner until he died himself in January 1872. So it goes like this. There was this Skye Terrier. He was owned by this guy. Well, the guy died, and for 14 years after his death, this dog every day would walk to the cemetery and sit at the grave of his owner, guarding it until it was time to go home wherever he lived now. And in Grand Theft Auto 5 at the cemetery, there could be a Skye Terrier found walking into the cemetery on a set course. You can't interrupt it because it goes straight to this grave that has a bouquet of flowers out front, and the dog just sits there until nighttime. Then he gets up and he leaves. And then every day at the same time, this dog comes right back to the grave, sits there, and guards the grave of his owner. And if that isn't sad and pulling at your heartstrings, I don't know what else will. This has always been like one of the saddest Easter eggs, not only in the GTA series, but in video game history. This is just literally so sad. And what is just so cool out of this sad situation is that it's actually based on true events. Number 1, the death of Louise Cassidy Williams in GTA Vice City Stories. So, fun fact, Louise is actually the mother to the only baby to physically appear in the GTA series. She literally has a baby that we can see in cutscenes and missions, which is pretty cool. So, she's married to a man by the name of Marty J. Williams. This guy is the leader of a local gang. He's very abusive. He's also the father to this baby as well. And when we meet Louise, she falls for us. We can tell she's in love with us. We are the epitome of a perfect man to this woman. And Vic starts to feel the same way about her. Well, Louise is abused. She ends up getting kidnapped. And so many things are happening to her. Well, later on in the game, Louise is kidnapped by Jerry Martinez, where his men take her to a lobby where we find her savagely beaten, which is so sad because it tears Vic up just seeing this girl that he loves get abused by all these men and all of Vic's enemies. So Louise actually ends up getting killed by Armando Mendez after his men kidnap her, took her to the Mendez brothers' mansion, and he shoots her several times before she dies. And before she dies, her final words are telling Vic that she thought that they could have had something special, to which Vic replies that they did have something special. And then she dies in his arms, making sure to tell him to make sure that her sister takes care of her baby daughter. It's so unfortunate because Vic had this girl, the woman of his dreams, and he loses her to these enemies of him. So with that said, that's actually 5 of the saddest moments, in my opinion, in the Grand Theft Auto series. Be sure to let me know your list of the saddest moments in the GTA series. I'm sure it varies from mine, and I'm excited to read through the comments and see what you guys think is sad within the series. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. 2,000 likes would be awesome. And also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way you guys never miss out on another daily video game upload. But with that said, my name is Zach Cox. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you all in the next video.